Hey guys, Tim here again, and today I'm talking about the 22 Magnum and the 22 long rifle, and I'm doing a little bit of a comparison here on a very specific platform. Now both of these calibers come in rifles, and what they always say is the 22 is great for small varmints, and then they go to a 22 Magnum when they graduate to larger game like coyotes. In my mind, if I'm going to graduate from small game to something the size of a coyote and a rifle, I'm going straight to a 223. So I'm not even going to mess with the 22 Magnum. Now, if you go to pistols, now we're talking something completely different, okay? Because I small game hunt with a 22 pistol, and I trap with a 22 pistol. It's my dispatch tool when I run my trap lines out here. But that being said, why would I bother to pay more money, and it's quite a bit more money per box for 22 Magnum? You know, it's anywhere from $14 to almost $20 a box for 22 Magnum. Why would I do that when I can just stick with a regular 22 and kill everything I've ever killed since I was a kid, small game hunting and trapping? That's the question I'm going to answer today. And what I'm going to do is first let's address the velocities. Of course you're going to get quite a bit more velocity with a 22 Magnum. It's almost 900 feet per second more. This particular cartridge is moving out at 1,875 feet, and it's fast. It's a 40 grain copper jacketed bullet. So that's what we're looking at here. Now these are the velocitors. Check that out. It's got a picture of a velociraptor on there, and it says 30% more energy, 30%. So it's supposed to be a really great 22 cartridge. You know what? Let's do the best 22 cartridge I could find against the 22 Magnum and see if there's really that big of a difference. I'm going to do shock value on some water-filled milk jugs, and then from there I'm going to go to penetration. I'm not really going to mess with trajectory because I already know that a 22 Magnum is going to outfly a regular 22. That's already a moot point. So let's look at these other aspects of the 22s and see if it's really worth the money to spend on a 22 Magnum. So the 22 Magnum gets the 22 Magnum tracker, and that's what this is. For the 22, we're going for the J.C. Higgins, and this is a 9-shot revolver. Alright guys, that was the regular 22 long rifle. Got great accuracy. I tried to take the cap off. Hit the cap, but it didn't come off. So there it is, guys. It didn't really do a lot. You know, little pinholes. Didn't really move the jug much. So there we go. 22 long rifle. Okay guys, next up, 22 Magnum. Okay guys, damage from the 22 here, damage from the 22 Magnum here. It's got a little more damage, same pinhole entries. Looks like it had a little bit more expansion though coming out, and definitely moved the jug more, so it had more shock value by far. It's time for the penetration test. We're going to go through as many of these as we can. Let's start with the 22. Alright guys, I got 4 of these. Alright guys, here's these 22 mini mags, CCI mini mags. For the sake of safety, I'm gonna step back quite a bit. All right, come on, Max. Okay, guys, I think me and Max are getting a new respect for the 22 Magnum I never had before. So here's your 22, right on the wheelchair guy's hand, and there's your 22 Magnum, made it clean through. And here's your second layer. There's your 22, tiny little dent there right above that hand. 22 Magnum almost made it through. It wanted to, but it just couldn't. And then here's your last sheet. Here's your third sheet. 22 Magnum, pushed pretty hard, left a pretty good dent. 22 long rifle, barely recognizable. And your fourth sheet, nothing on it. So guys, I guess a 22 Magnum does have its place. You know, I'll give it some street cred. It had some pretty good penetration on those sheets. Let's ring the steel and see the difference on the steel. Whoa. Alright guys, that's all I had to do. The 22 Magnum's legit. This is legit. I apologize for anything negative I may have said about this this caliber. This is a legit caliber. I would say, depending on what you're doing, what your application is with this caliber, you need a little more power. Well, actually, it's a lot more power. I could tell from using it out here in the field, this is legit. This is a lot more power. So, you know, I'm hunting in Florida pretty soon, and I'm going to be going after pythons, you know. So this is going to be my python sidearm, more than likely. I don't see any reason why this couldn't do the job. So, all right, guys. Respect. 22 Magnum. Proved itself in the field. All right, 22 Magnum. You think you're all that in a bag of cheese whiz? Let's try the gold medallion test. Oh yeah, we're gonna shoot the gold medallion, see how you do against this. There is no actual gold medallion test, guys. I just happen to have this stupid gold medallion and I just want to shoot it. Just an excuse. Yeah, buddy. Shafwap, guys. All right, that was a little high. Let's try another one. See if we can get it a little more dead zero. A little better, guys. Yeah, it couldn't get through the gold medallion. That's a pretty burly medallion there, but that's what it did.